Hi.
Morning, Jeff.
Yeah.
How are you this morning?
Okay.
Running, huh?
Yeah, it's things are very hectic right now.
Yeah.
Really hectic. So, but I'm here. I need Tai Chi, so
Yeah, that's when we do, isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah. How are you doing?
I'm good. Good. And
Right.
morning. Bill just walked in.
Hi, Bill.
Traffic. Yeah.
Traffic in East Haddam. That's an oxymoron, isn't it?
Well, the thing is that they're starting to do a major um, bridge job.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
That could tie things up.
thank you.
Where is that, David? Which bridge?
The East Haddam Bridge,
Oh, okay.
um, which is actually a pretty heavily used bridge.
Yeah,
And one that Bill needs in order to get here.
yeah.
So there may be mornings when he'll be forced to Zoom,
Hmm.
but yeah, it's a big bridge project. They're doing some major repairs, adding a walkway along one side,
Oh, wow. Okay. That's interesting.
and they want to do a whole bunch of stuff in quote downtown East Haddam, but there's
Right.
opposition to that. So
What is actually downtown East Haddam? What is considered downtown East Haddam?
just right there where the Opera House is and
Oh, okay.
few stores and
Yeah, I guess I don't think of that as downtown, but just because it's so non uh modern.
downtown.
Right. It just yeah,
Restaurants and ice cream parlor in the
Yeah,
opera house.
yeah.
post office,
Yeah.
library.
Right.
Actually, one of the banks that was there has been converted to a house. So,
Yeah. Well, I liked East Haddam. I liked living there for a while.
oh yeah, I like
Yeah.
East Haddam a lot.
Yeah. If I was still in Connecticut, I'd probably still be there.
Yeah. Did you like it up there where you were?
Over on yeah, I did actually, because I don't even know if you were ever there, but
Yeah, once.
yeah, it was nice and secluded. It was surrounded by woods. I had animals around all the time.
Yeah.
It was quiet.
Yep.
It would have been nice if it didn't take me 20 minutes to get to a grocery store. But other than that, I really liked it.
That is one of the things about living here.
Yeah, it's a trade-off.
Yep.
You know,
You better plan ahead.
right? Exactly. Yeah, I don't just bop over to the store in 5 minutes like I do here. Here I
No.
got 2 Publix and a Walmart all within 5 minutes of me. So
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Ah, well. How are you today?
Okay.
Good. It's better than bad.
I'm sorry.
Better than bad.
Yes.
So could you hear the ting shaw better today?
I was going to ask you if this is a different tank shop. Yeah,
No, it's not.
what's the difference?
It's Bill Bynum told me last week that there was a setting on Zoom
Right.
called original sound, which allows some sounds to come through. And after researching on Google, I found it.
Yeah.
And it does improve what you hear.
Yeah, absolutely. I heard it loud and clear, whereas in the past I didn't hear it at all. So
Yeah.
well,
So I don't know exactly how they do that, but good for them.
yeah.
So where are you guys with what you're working on?
Uh,
Problems?
I'd like to see you do it really slowly once before we really get into it again. Just to, I want to. I'm still trying to coordinate the different speeds of movement of the different body parts.
Good. I'm glad I was practicing slowly this morning.
Yeah, well, you must have known I would ask.
I guess so. How's their pulsing in the standing work?
Yeah, that presents more problems, I think, than the form itself.
Ah.
Yeah, not, uh, I found myself wanting to lift my shoulders
Mm-hmm.
with the elbows. So, I mean, I finally got the elbows going, but then I noticed that
Yeah.
uh, that was in the works. So I'm gradually paying attention to it and stopping it
Yeah. Good.
faster. So
Well, that's a step forward.
Yeah.
um, that's the advantage of working on all of that with the standing work, is that you don't have the constantly changing postures and moving the feet. So you're able to focus a little better on just what's happening with that. Do you have any questions about that, Jeff?
No, I just need to devote more time to it. I just haven't been able to, unfortunately, recently. But I know I understand it and all, and I know what I have to do, but I just need to do it more, a lot more.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would like you just to do that, do the standing, and let me just see where you are this morning.
Okay.
Anything that I feel we need to work on at the moment, or maybe I just need to leave you alone and let you work it out. Overall, I would say there's definite improvement. Um, Bill, you have one important thing to work on, and that is that you are extending the legs when you're bending the arms instead of bending the legs when you're bending the arms.
Okay. Backwards, it's still, yeah. It feels more natural. So,
um, it is possible to make a case for doing that, maybe with a specific purpose.
Yeah, yeah.
But at the moment,
yeah, without one, yeah, okay. Do it right first.
well, do it one way
Yeah,
first,
okay.
not right. So just being aware that when the arms are bending, the legs are bending. And when the arms are bending, the spine is bending. So all the bending is going together at the moment. Two things I would say just generally for you both to be aware of. One is really in this particular practice, we're not focusing on the center channels of the body. We're focusing more on the side channels. And so none of the movements come into the center. And that's a little difficult because when the elbows come in, there is kind of a tendency to bring the hands in. So you have to try to be aware of when you bring the hands in, that the circle is vertical, for instance, in that one. It's as are several others. So try not to let the hands go into the center. The other thing is to keep working on not letting any pauses develop. Still kind of a tendency to get to the posture and take a break and then go on.
Yeah.
We keep that movement going.
Yeah. I do that a lot. You're right. Because I'm trying to refocus on then doing the full movement together again. So I stop briefly a lot. You're right.
Yeah. That's probably enough to think about at the moment. There's a lot going on here, and you're both making progress with it, though. You're definitely improvement there. Do either of you have any questions about that?
No, I need to work on it more because I don't remember all of the directions of the hands on all of the 8 postures yet. Some of them are still fuzzy for me, so I just need to go back on and practice with when you're flowing with us.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you want a slow flow.
Yeah.
All right. That can be arranged. I'll do it facing the camera so you can see me, hopefully. Oh, wait a minute. Not if I don't have the right camera on.
I was just gonna say I can't see your feet.
I don't know why not.
Your knees are nice though, but I can't see your feet.
I do know why. There we go. You can sit down if you want to, but whatever you want. bump there in shoulder stroke. But do you have specific questions, Jeff?
No, no, just, can you just do Goose again on its own?
We haven't worked on that yet. Have
Uh,
we?
Isn't this White Goose?
Yeah. I didn't think we'd worked on that. Did we stop with shoulder?
No, we went to the next.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So this White Goose is just a rotation and slight shift forward, very subtle shift forward. And so you have a deflection, a strike, a push downward, and a follow and focus.
All right, yeah, I was kind of forgetting the push down afterwards. I was doing the deflect and the strike, and I was kind of forgetting that. So what is the body doing in that push down? And the hands are rotating out, I'm assuming, and the body's kind of just
Yeah,
continuing forward.
The elbows are going out, the hands are twisting out. The movement is, you really have to focus on that movement coming from the scapula, because if it comes from the hands, there's nothing there.
Right, right.
If it comes from the scapula, there could perhaps be some power coming out.
Okay.
Um,
That's on.
on, yes,
Okay,
push downward.
okay. And the body is shifting forward all through that, very slowly shifting forward.
Yes. Boom, boom, boom. Yep.
Okay,
And rotating.
and rotating. Rotating right.
Correct. Because you had rotated left into shoulder.
Yes, okay.
So now you're rotating right. And then shift forward, touch on again.
Okay. So when we've rotated and shifted in shoulder stroke, we've got to save a fair amount of continued shifting forward and rotating. Well, we've got to save more shifting forward for this.
That's correct.
And then we just continue right on. So we go from like roughly 60% on this and just keep increasing and all the way until we're fully on the right foot.
Actually, I don't, I've never tried to put a percentage on it, but I would say if anything, it's closer to 80 and maybe closer to 90.
For shoulder stroke?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I was saving way too much for this last.
So when you go to shoulder, boom,
Yeah, right.
if you're going to go from there to a bow stance, okay?
Yeah.
Just hold my hands out here. There it is. I don't know if you can even see me move.
Yeah, I can. You're doing way less than I was doing.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's why it didn't feel right. I was trying to put too much shifting in during that
Yeah,
while we were doing that. Okay.
it's a really, I really struggled with this,
Yeah,
the timing,
yeah,
because it's, you've got a fair amount of turn, not very much shift, and a hell of a lot of things going on, boom, 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 in the midst of all of that.
Right.
So,
With the shoulder strike itself, does the elbow come out or?
yep.
Okay.
So, the right elbow, is that the one you're at?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it comes out. The hand is at roughly groin height.
Yeah.
And so there is a sense both of protection and of being able to strike with those.
And then the strike itself is,
Don't be don't fall into the trap of thinking it has to be the shoulder,
okay,
because that pulls your attention away from your dantian.
okay,
So it is the whole body that's going forward. You might be hitting with the hip, you might be hitting with the back, maybe you are doing the shoulder.
okay.
Depends where you are,
Yeah.
who you're hitting.
Yeah. I also had a question way back in the initial two Pug-G. I have been resetting my back foot at the same time I'm going to loop. I noticed that you do
Mean
yours
on.
after.
It's actually I did it better when I did it on the right side than I did on the left.
Okay.
So let me do the left again. That's
Yeah.
a good point, because that's a hard timing also. So Pung G, you're shifting on Liu, touch
Okay.
on. So it's
Yeah, okay.
it's moving on Liu, on Lu, not Liu, Lu. It's touched when you have touched when you do on.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Other questions, Jeff?
Yeah, again, go from shoulder stroke, can you just do the movement of each hand individually also? Because I don't feel like my left hand is really doing very much in there.
Okay.
I feel like it's kind of just waiting and then striking.
Your left hand. Oh.
Yeah, well, I'd like to see both, but my left hand in particular feels like I'm not doing anything with it. So.
Okay. So I'll do the right. I haven't done that for a while. I have to think about this. Okay. So notice that this actually twists in and then twists out. So as you're going forward, it's actually doing Lu and then Lu, or it could be Pung. You're going up and out. So this could be Pung. Depends. That's hard to say. It's either Lu or Pung. But it is, the thing about that hand is that it's deflecting, and it's just about so that you can see through the thumb and the index finger. So it has a twist in and then a twist out. Boom. Could you see that?
I think so. So kind of twist in and then twist out.
Yeah. Let me get up here so and crouch down. Okay, so it comes in, then goes out, out. It twists first one way and then the other.
Okay.
Yeah?
Do both hands strike at the same time?
No.
Okay.
The deflection comes, that's the first one. Right hand is first. It's really a 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Can you, one more time with both hands together?
Oh, sure.
Doing both hands?
Can you see it here?
Yes, yeah, I can see it. Ah, okay. Ah,
Boom, boom, boom. And so the left arm, it's coming up and then out. So it's actually twisting in and then out into the strike. And the thing about this is that because of all the parts and how far you're going, you have to keep it fairly close to the body so that those first movements actually are pretty close so that the last one isn't out here, it's here,
oh, yeah.
where you're rooted and you have power.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a really good point. I just realized my arms end up way out here and I'm trying to push down from out here.
Yeah, and it's not pushed down like this. It's
Right.
really on an angle,
Mhm.
and as I said, let go of focus on the hands, focus on the scapula.
And so you're rotating all the way until you're done with on, and then you're
Yep,
done rotating, you just follow and focus.
you got it.
Right, right.
Nothing to it, right?
Yeah. All right.
So um, go back to single whip and go through that section. Yeah, so yeah, keep working on keeping the hands closer to you in White Goose.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, um, remember on when you're going from the beginning of the left hand and you step back um, and then you rotate before you embrace, that's a bend in. so that you have some place to bend out from in embrace.
So this is a bend in. Is that what you're saying?
Yep. And then you shift back as you push out.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
And then continue to shift back and draw in,
Yep.
and rotate and set.
Yep. That looks too far forward.
To what do you mean by forward?
Your weight too far forward on the leg.
Didn't you say after shoulder stroke you're at like 80, 90%?
Yeah, it looks like you're at 100 already.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I do still have some more shift.
Okay. Good.
Probably just the angle you're seeing. And now I'm at 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too far out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought.
That's coming though. Think of your left arm. Think about the fact that as it's coming up, you're going towards a face strike. So it has to be up there, ready to go out when you turn, or when you get to the end of you, towards the end of your turn.
Okay. Well, so it's starting up here though, and then as we draw in, it comes down. So I'm bringing it down too far. Is that what you're saying?
But your right hand is up in shoulder.
My right is down, but my right is blocking.
Is your right foot forward?
My right foot is forward. Yes.
Your right hand is high. It's not your left. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I reversed it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I thought you were doing it that way just because you were mirroring me. I assume
Well, that's the problem with being able to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're absolutely correct.
Right. Right.
So, so I did the whole thing wrong before.
Yeah, but I was trying to translate it because I assumed you
What?
were mirroring.
Good for you. So yeah, the right hand has to come up, deflect out, the left strikes forward, and then push down.
Okay. When that left strikes forward, are you also going up a little with the strike?
What happens first is that it starts down and in.
Right.
So it goes from here, it goes down, and then as you continue, it turns, comes up and out.
Out. Oh, okay.
Let me change the camera so you can really, you can really see that.
Okay. Oh yeah, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah. I was doing that. I just didn't realize I was doing it.
No. Let me do this. I've lost me. All right. Okay. There we go. But I'm on the wrong camera now. Jeez.
Whoops.
The problems of Zoom.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to do that that left hand, because it's really a little tricky,
Yeah,
and I need to be back a little. Okay. So as you go, it twists in, then starts going out, and then goes out in the other direction.
one more time.
Yeah. So it goes in and it's pushing downward a little bit, but it could be an on or
Yeah.
a loop, and then it starts up, up, and completes the rotation, turning into the strike.
Okay. So once it starts to go more forward, it's rotating out.
Yeah. So it deflects down and then it goes out, up, out further, and then push down.
Okay. And it continues rotating out through push down.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because at that point then, boom, 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 boom. It's pretty subtle, but yeah, there is a little more.
Okay. Yeah. It's got to be a really slow rotation that whole time. Otherwise I run out of, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting in the intermediate one Wu class, we've been talking about practicing slowly
Right.
in order to be able to do all this stuff. So you're absolutely right. If you take this really slowly, both are rotating and folding all the time, but it's it's just very subtle.
Yeah, that what you just did, that view was really good for me to show me
Yeah,
both arms together.
go ahead.
The weight doesn't shift, does it?
Yes, it does.
The body rotates, but the weight.
That's what Jeff and I were talking about.
Oh, okay.
Is that at this point
Yeah.
you're 90% into your bow stance.
Yeah.
You're not 100%. So you have just 10% shifting forward as well as all that rotation.
Okay.
So it's like pretty full rotation from left to straight ahead, but only 10% shift forward.
Okay.
Really a complex coordination in there.
Yeah. Because if I shift any more, then I'm falling over anyway.
Yep.
So.
And if you feel yourself falling over, you know it's wrong. You want to try it once?
Sure. From.
Why don't you try it from single whip?
Okay.
So,
still reaching.
Yeah, and really slow down.
Okay.
Let yourself have time to do all the other pieces, because that's the only way you really can get them into your body. When you touch here, you're only here. Notice my elbow is lifted, so my armpit isn't closed.
Okay.
And then as you step back, this is all bending so that you can really arch and extend into the pull down. And then release into the beginning of embrace, and then shift, and you're twisting outward into that. And then shift, rotate in, step to the corner, shoulder, and follow and focus.
The hand does the hand stop here and move up, or does it go?
No, I'm just pointing out that it has arrived at that point together.
And that's as far forward as it goes?
Actually, because you're going right back,
Okay.
this is actually going up.
Oh, okay. Because I've been pulling it out here and
Yeah.
okay.
If you, I don't know whether this helps or not. There is the sense that you're going to go forward into left hand, but what happens is you catch the elbow and you realize this guy is really coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And so what you do is you take his energy, catch the wrist, and take his energy right on past you. Better. Good. In. Stand out. Good. So when you go into shoulder, you've done this. When you go to shoulder, let yourself shift and just fold. I'm not rotating.
Okay.
Sit. Protect the groin, step.
Okay. Yeah, I was rotating.
So you're just shifting back at that point. Protect the groin, step forward, strike.
No wonder I had nowhere to go.
Well, perhaps, yes. Questions, Jeff?
So right here, after on, your right hand is still a little bit higher than your left.
No, they're about the same height.
At this point, so your right hand, so after this deflects up, I'm trying to just so you can see my hand. This deflects up and this strikes and then on, so they come almost to an even level then.
Yeah, just a second, I'm going to, what I meant here, let's see. I don't have.
Before follow and focus, I'm saying.
So when you get to the end of that strike,
Yeah.
this is about how far apart they are. Because this is that deflection and you're looking through this angle.
Okay.
And this is striking the face.
Right.
So they are not very far apart.
But my right hand is like a whole hand's height higher at that point. Yours are closer together. Mine were much more split, I guess.
Yeah, and that's what I'm pointing out. So that
Yeah.
to go from here
Right.
to on
Uh,
is a
that's
very,
my problem, because I have much more separation, but yours are like that.
yeah,
So then going to on, it's just, okay. That
yep,
answers my question. Thank you.
sure. Anything else?
No, it's just working on it all, and you just separating the hands helped me as well, because I realized there was a few things I was not doing, particularly the rotation of the arms.
Yeah. Okay.
All
Uh,
right.
anything else for you at the moment? Should we go to another posture?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, maybe we should just flow with this a couple of times.
Okay.
Anyway, and just see how you're feeling, because I don't want to overload you either. So, yes, Jeff?
Yeah, no, that's very good for me. I'm happy with that.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Begin Taiji. So turning right, spiral down into the right, and then step left to the corner, rotate and shift to Peng, Ji, Liu, touch, on, turn, condense in the center, arms lower a little, step with the right, Peng, Ji, Liu, on, turn and step with the left, shift onto it, rotate the right on the heel, expanding out 100% on the right, reset, single whip. Shift, arms separating, rotate and touch and step back, pull down. Release the left toe and embrace. Shift onto the left, folding in, rotate out and step, rotate and shift to shoulder, rotate and shift, deflect, strike, on, Lu, on. Question?
Nope.
Begin Taiji. Spiral down into the left, the right, arms lifting, step left, Peng, Ji, Lu, on. Turn on the right heel, step with the right, Peng, Ji, Liu, on. Turn and step with the left, shift, rotate the right leg, rotate and shift out, expand, condense, reset, single whip, Continue on to the left. Touch, step back, pull down. Release and embrace. Shift on to the left. Rotate in, step to the corner. Shoulder, turning right. Deflect, strike, push down, follow, focus. Questions?
Could we do that same exact flow we just did twice? Can you do it one more time, but facing the camera?
No.
Well, I know you can, but will you?
I think we could do that.
Okay,
Sure.
thank you.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
There.
Then when if I flow with this, then I will, this direction will I probably answer some questions I have when I'm flowing.
Okay. Begin Taiji. Spiral down into the right. Step left. Pong. Ji. Liu. On. Turning back. Turn on the left heel. Lower as you shift and step. Pong. Ji. Liu. On. Step. Shift. Turn on the right heel. Rotate and shift. Reset. Single whip. Shift. Touch and step back. Pull down. Release. Embrace. Shift. Rotate in, step forward empty, shoulder. And deflect, strike on, follow, focus.
Yeah, that was really, that part, that was good. That was helpful.
So, how about you do that once?
Okay.
Or twice?
One quick question.
Yeah.
Going way back to the first part, when we're coming around, the first initial, I always thought that on this side, the left hand was slightly higher, and then on this side, the right hand was slightly higher. This was before follow focus. But when you were just doing it a couple times, right, when you were doing it the last couple times, it looked like your hands were even.
It's true. On Pung, one hand is higher than the other. On G, they're the same height.
Can you do that one time, please? Just from the opening step, just that part again.
Yeah.
Through that first rotation, I was always leaving my left hand higher until we stepped in, and then I evened them out.
So I'm going to do it so that I'm facing the camera and a little closer.
Yeah.
So as you go into Pung, the same hand as the leading foot is a little higher.
Yeah.
And then there's a little in and then out, and G, they're the same height.
Okay.
And then they stay the same height in loop and
Yes.
in on.
All right. All right. Thanks.
You have a question? If you want to wait and do your flow after
I'm
he's,
sorry?
if you want to wait and do your flow when he's
Okay.
done, that's
Then we
fine.
can watch.
I
Yeah,
just don't want to overdo your need.
Yeah.
So Jeff, I'm going to stop you right first. So the first thing that happens is you rotate right and sink into that right leg.
Yeah.
So really let yourself do that. That's how you get to your base level. Yeah. Okay, good. That's coming. The one thing I would say in that transition between the first grasping the sparrow's tail and the second one,
Yeah.
uh, if you, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here.
Okay.
As soon as I can. Oh, no, I don't have. So from, here's the first one.
Right.
You step, no you don't. You begin to shift back and rotate, turn on the left heel, and as soon as you start to shift from the right foot to the left foot to step the right out, let the arms begin to lower so that they go down, and then you're ready to come up when you've made the step.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
So do that one more time as far as when they start to lower.
Yeah. So
So we're in follow and focus.
follow, focus,
Yeah.
turn. Everything bends in and condenses. And as soon as you start to shift from the right foot to the left to make
Okay.
that step, the arms start going down.
All right.
And when you step, now they're ready to come up.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Yeah, that was very fuzzy for me.
Yep.
Okay.
Now I'm going to watch Bill. Yeah, I'm going to stop you. You moved your shoulders and your arms to the right. You didn't move your center to the right. What you did was this. Okay, that moved a little, but the arms, for one thing, your left arm crossed the center line of the body. This movement is just here. It's just out. It's turning out and then step. Yeah, better. Yeah, that's coming. A little bit of a tendency to let the arms drop too much and then they have to come back up again.
Okay.
For instance, I think single whip is a good place to think about that. So notice that actually my hands didn't really go down much.
Okay.
They came in, they go back out, they come back in, they haven't
Oh,
gone
I see.
down.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
haven't gone down. And that's so that when you go into the posture, they can do this.
Yeah. So I was, yeah.
Good. A couple other places where you might think
Yeah,
about
yeah.
not letting your arms drop so much. So, last minute questions?
Nope.
Oh, that's not what I
It
meant
keeps
to.
popping up.
I know. Well, that's all right. I forgive myself because my eyesight, particularly if I don't have my glasses on, is not. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Go away. Oh, there it is. Well, isn't that interesting?
You're not quite on it. There.
There it is. Ah, I did it again. Good, David. They've changed these. And no, what do I mind? No. Well, There we are. So, any other last minute thoughts or questions?
Nope.
Well, have a nice Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you too. Hope you guys have a nice time.
Yes.
Thank
too, Yeah.
Yep.
We're just going to have a nice quiet one.
Yeah, us too.
Good,
Okay.
good. Well,
Thank you.
give that boy a hug.
I will.
Okay.
I'll be sure to do that. Thank you. Take care. See you
Take care.
soon. Bye, Bill. Take care.
Hi.
Actually, I get to see you again.